drinking age is...
You can drink them at like age 16.
In Belgium, I think it's 16 also.
Shout out to y'all poor Americans.
And I was like, ooh!
Far, far away.
It's connected.
Oh.
Yeah, that kind of image.
For me, train.
I've been like traveling just around Asia but not European countries because I was thinking if I ever go to like Europe, I want to do everything at once. So that kind of connectedness that probably is kind of fun.
We got the second biggest high-speed rail in the world.
We need to try that.
We need to go to Europe.
It's very diverse. I think like depending if you come in winter, each country will look different, but also if you come in summer, it will be different depending where you go.
I feel like European country gives me the kind of grounded kind of feeling when it comes to the culture. You know, like not loud but having like something, the materials inside, you know?
Sometimes we don't even realize it, but when I meet people from everywhere in the world, and I feel like, oh, maybe I'm patriotist, maybe I care about my culture more than I thought.
The lack of garbage bins.
Oh yes. But just the trash and the recycling processes, I think, are very different in Europe.
Yeah.
In Europe, I feel like more or less it's the same. Where here in Asia, every country has like their thing.
Some country doesn't practice that yet, and some are really into that kind of practice.
I know it's probably not right for every country in Asia, but I feel like there is, I mean, compared to countries in Europe, it's a bit more conservative sometimes. Like, for example, for the clothing, like, or at least it's different way. There is a different way of, yeah.
One thing I love about Asian cultures in general, I think, is like they embrace also the traditional dresses. Like a lot of cultures like have their traditional dresses and actually use it. While in Europe, we have kind of like lost this thing about traditional dresses. I think it's sad.
I think also because in our country is a lot of Muslims, so we have to cover everything, especially for women. So whenever we see like Europeans wear something like sort of for like see-through, or like people will stare at you. Oh, what's that?
Paying for the restroom.
Oh, wow. Yeah. In Spain, there's not many of those, but I feel like in Europe it's more common.
In Poland, any like tourist spot, you need to pay.
You have
usually.
to pay?
Yeah. Even some shopping malls, you need to pay. Then they give you like a ticket or something, so you can just like exchange it in the store if you buy something.
Oh.
But if you're just like going to the shopping mall just to use the restroom, then yeah.
Oh.
Sweden, at least when I was younger, we would have to pay even at McDonald's.
Yeah.
But then
in Belgium you have to
but
as
then
well.
I think it changed later, and it was like if you have I don't really, because I remember standing in line and then you have to catch the door before it closes because you don't want to pay. So your mom would be like catching the door for you, you know, and then you would be like, okay, next person, and you would hold it up for the next person too.
This is interesting.
But even if you don't have that, you have like cleaning personnel inside with a little bowl, and they want you to like, you know, tip them. Yeah. Sometimes you even have both.
Oh, so you have to tip and have to pay.
We had like, I remember when I was younger, I don't know, if you go to a cafeteria, they would have a sign saying the toilet is only for customers. If you are somewhere, like just a random person, you have to pay.
But how would they know?
CCTV? I don't know.
Sometimes they ask for the receipt.
Yeah, and there's like a code or something for the door.
So strict.
Yeah. We don't pay for restrooms in Spain.
Oh, really? But wait, how much is it though?
50 cents euro.
It can be a euro, yeah.
Oh my god.
It really depends, like where is it?
Some yes, some no. Oh, in UK you don't have to pay.
You don't have to pay?
Not for most of the public ones, you don't. If you want to go somewhere, you need to buy something. And it's not unusual for someone to be like, excuse me, can you show me like a receipt and prove to me that you're like a customer?
I've been living in the countryside and also in Paris, and it's kind of different. I think it's really 50-50. Sometimes you have to pay and sometimes not. But if you don't, it can be like kind of dirty place, so don't, yeah, so yeah.
And it makes sense to pay because people clean it for you. Sun tanning in the public?
Is it like just on the park?
Yeah.
Yes.
You cannot do that.
I mean, if you do...
You do it, but like, people gotta stare at you. And then they might call police, you know.
I mean, like, yes, I mean, depends on which country. And let's say, like, in a more, like, conservative countries, even you are just wearing your sports bra, you know, like, just for, like, exercise purposes, they would deem it as not common.
Yeah, for that we are definitely more individualistic, I guess.
So, like, whenever you feel like, oh, this is a good spot, I'm just gonna take out and I can just really, wow.
Do you guys have nude beaches? I guess not. No?
Even if we go to the beach, we're just gonna wear our t-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt, sometimes even long pants.
As I know, like in China, there's like face skinny, so you cover everything because they want to avoid the sun, and then they cover the eyes, like they wear it and then like just left the eyes.
If you go to Spanish beach, like half of people is naked.
And it's common.
Yeah, it's common.
Especially for girls, they sometimes don't wear it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I saw people like in Malaysia, right? There's foreigner not wearing like undergarment, and then they was like, you can't show your like nipples around that way. There's some people go and tell the foreigner about that.
I mean, in Germany, we also have, what is it called? Indecent exposure laws. So if you go to a beach naked, a beach that is not designated as a nude beach, then you cannot do that. It's
Yeah, the Germans
highly
come to
appropriate.
Spain to get naked.
Oh, they can just go to a nude beach.
So it's about like whether it's publicly consent.
It needs to be designated.
Designated area.
How about park?
Park, you can be like in bikini, I guess. Like
Nobody would care about you if you just do it for yourself, right? That's okay. That's normal. Wow.
I would say, like, you know, at least like in the Netherlands, there's small parks next to museums. People just don't do that next to museums. It's like common sense, you know. But if it's like riverside or canals or even like rooftops, like yeah, they just go ahead.
Or like a picnic area. Then
Interesting. So like you guys go for a long vacation from work?
If you're an employee, at least in Belgium, you can get up to a month of paid vacation. Like I think the US also, they have 2 weeks or something.
In Germany, we have 3 weeks.
But when you like stay in the company for a long time, you can get, I think, 7 weeks. But like you have to stay in the company for 20 years or something.
Oh, okay.
It was too easy, right?
The first year that you got into the company, do you get this kind of privilege as well?
Yes.
But you need to like work for like 3 to 4 months to get these 3 days after.
On top of that, you get paid vacation. Do you get bonus?
Yes.
Like sometimes if you have like children, so parents can get like a voucher for like a trip for your kids.
Human rights.
we have separately sick days as well. So you don't use your paid leave when you're sick. And then you can also, like, if you don't use up your paid leave for the year, you will have it transferred for next year.
No limit?
There is, like, it depends on the company.
Like if you work overtime, then after a while your boss is gonna tell like you have to take time off. You're not allowed to work this much. So
you can use it to make a day off.
I think in my country, the paid leave is just like once a month, 12 days in a year. We also have like Ramadan holiday and the New Year holiday, but then it's not more than like 5 weeks, I guess.
So I think no is more, so maybe we can invite the no to talk about this first.
I had to get used to here because it's like so instinctively like to say hi and like just to kiss someone or to have someone.
Here?
I'm used to it. So for me it's like the polite way to do it. So just doing like hi, it feels like really cold and awkward for me. So it's like I had to like get used to it when I came to Korea.
For me it was fine because in Belgium you give one kiss. I mean, it's not really a kiss, it's like cheek to cheek to people you already know usually.
Like by first time when you see the person?
No.
Do you hug them?
No, we don't hug. Like that's something that I was surprised with Americans. It's like they hug to say hi and I was like, ooh. But I shouldn't react like that because I give a kiss.
Yeah, but it happens also me in like Central Europe, going to people to say hi because we do actually kiss people like first time we met them. So like actually like south of Europe I think it's more common, right? Italy, but also I struggle in Europe with that, like with the and people are like, oh, what are you doing?
My experience like was actually different in every country, but like in Netherlands I've learned that if it's your friend then you kiss them like 3 times. If it's just someone, you know, like acquaintance, like you meet them at work and you're kind of friendly-ish but not so close, you kiss them just 2 times. And if it's like your boyfriend, lover or family, you kiss them just 1 time.
Wow, that detail.
That's a lot of rules.
I think also in France.
It depends like on the area, not about like relationship.
Ah.
Yeah.
This is very interesting because, for example, Finland is very famous for introverted people, and we keep distance from each other, and yeah.
How do you say hi to the person that you already know then?
Just hi. Like 2 meter distance, hi.
Germany, we just give a gold handshake. Some people, you know, that want to show their male dominance, you know, assert their male dominance, so they try to like kill you. Then, you know, like you look with your eyes, you know.
Yeah, the handshake is also in Poland. And if you know someone a little bit more, then you can hug. And if it's like your best friend, then you can get like a kiss on your cheek. Like my mom's friends, if they're coming, then like they like saying hi to me this way.
I say in Korea it's very hard. Like it's barely just like.
You don't even like touch the person, right?
Yeah, but I think in Indonesia, Malaysia we just shake.
For me, right, Malaysia, right, it depends, like the background of the person, but like, because Malaysia have different ethnicity as well, so like maybe more towards the Malay side, they assalamualaikum, like with the handshake, and then like different kind of ways, and then like Chinese, maybe they are more conservative, they just like hi without hugging, and then some are brought up more like in a westernized like background, they would like hug. So you have to be like really observative about that what the person is looking for when you say hi.
But you wave to friends, and like in Poland, only like kids waving.
Oh, really?
Really?
No, you just like hug or you give a kiss if this is very close person.
Is it like more like in Asia? Like
Yeah, I learned waving in Korea.
But when you're saying goodbye, do you also like waving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, some they do the kiss as well, or like.
To drive with a manual car.
I don't have any idea. I don't drive.
I think I can relate to German's car. I used to drive a German's car, and they have like semi-auto as well.
We do both, you know. Like if you do your driver's test with a manual car, then you can drive both. If not, then you can only drive automatic.
Oh, we have the same in the UK.
We like automatic cars are not that common.
Oh.
Like we most have manual car. Even for me, I don't know how to drive with automatic, honestly. Even it's more simple. People say it's more simple, but I don't know how to, honestly.
It's like when you guys doing the driving license exam, what kind of auto or?
Or you can do both.
Manual, yeah, with the
But
manual.
usually manual.
Because then you can drive like the automatic one, but if you like start your driving license with automatic immediately,
Then you can
cannot change
only
it, yeah.
drive.
Oh, not now.
Oh.
The Netherlands is a really small country. It's either bikes, tram, train, and parking is a very complicated thing. And government encouraging people for like past at least 15 years to get electrical car. I mean, like some people do have like old cars, but I would say like majority already switched. Yeah.
Understood. No aircon. No, this one.
I mean, in Spain, we have aircon, but nobody use it. I mean, we don't put it on. They're like, oh, you have? Yeah, I have. But don't you dare to turn it on.
The aircon inside your house?
Yeah.
You don't use it?
No, we don't use it.
Culture shock.
We have it, but we don't use it. It's because it's too expensive to put it on.
Oh.
So we don't use it.
I think like in general, if I'm not mistaken, European countries are more like about environmental like conservation.
No, but even historically, Germany has never really been a hot country. That's changing now because of climate change, but that's why we never really had ACs. And we have another technology called Rollladen. It's like window shutters. Because we have brick houses, you know, and then if you close the Rollladen, the window shutters, the houses are pretty well designed to, you know, make you feel cold inside. So that's usually how people survive. And then you get like a ceiling fan and you're usually fine.
The same thing is in Poland. Like we are not that warm in summer. Some days are like very, very warm, but it's like 3 days, 4 days, and it's gone. So it's like you can just like survive this 4 days when it's like really, really hot.
From my own experience, I feel like we excessively use aircon, even during the winter as well.
Yeah.
And then like I have an experience like going to a cafe with my European friends. It's so hot and humid in Malaysia. They just want to sit outside. They are just used to like. So
I think we have the aircon inside the shopping mall.
yeah, it's super cold
There's always people that just want to go to the shopping mall.
to have the aircon. In Hong Kong, right? There's winter. It's not that cold, but the indoor with aircon is colder than outdoor during winter. So it's cool to know that you guys don't enjoy aircon.
I mean, it depends. I enjoy it here.
So you don't use like heaters during winter?
That's the thing. Our air cons have heater and AC at the same time, and then I came here and was like, oh no, this is just a cooler. And I was like, wait, what? I cannot use it in winter to heat me up? No. I was like, what?
I'm surprised as well because in Japan, it's both they have both functions as well. Drinking what?
Drinking age is
In Bulgaria, it's 16, right?
18.
18?
Yeah.
It depends on the type of alcohol. Fermented alcohol like beer and wine, low alcohol level percentage, you can drink them at like age 16. But distilled alcohol, meaning a higher percentage like liquor, cocktails, whatever, you have to be 18. But obviously the law is not how people behave.
Even it's lower if you drink a lot, it's still the same.
In Spain, it's 18 for every alcoholic
Yeah,
drink,
yeah.
beer or anything. But yeah, people don't.
But is that also the age you get your ID?
yeah.
So like the youngest is 16 for a certain amount of alcohol in the drinks, if I'm not mistaken.
In Germany.
In Germany.
How about others?
No, 18.
18.
In Belgium, I think it's 16 also.
In France, it's 16. 16, yeah, you can buy at 18 but drink 16. People sometimes start like younger than this, even if it's not really legal. People don't really care. So I think
like drinking is kind of a healthy culture in your country, if I'm not mistaken. If like drinking moderately, it's kind of healthy.
I think, isn't it with the wine though? Like 1 glass of wine a day?
usually like I think for adults, wine is really common to like drink every day, or beer. I think these two are the most common. Yeah.
I think in Indonesia it's 17, so we can drive from 17, but it's not very common to drink alcohol.
Shout out to y'all poor Americans.
But to be honest, especially in the Balkan countries, it's not uncommon for your parents or grandparents to just like give you a shot of our liquor when you're young and sick, for example. Oh, this will cure you.
Room temperature water, because in Korea,
Only ice.
yeah, during winter as well.
It's -20, but let's drink ice water.
How about like in your country?
Always cold. Always cold? Always cold. If it's not cold enough, you can ask them, I want cold water. Yeah. You can also tell them, can you put like an ice cube in there?
I think in Spain, the most common is just like room temperature water.
Yeah, same in
It's like you have
Poland.
to specify like if you want cold water, and in some places maybe they don't even have it.
In Italy, when you go to buy a bottled water, they ask you, you want cold or...
Oh yeah.
I think it's like also related to cultural shock as well, that like in Korea, for example, the water is free. So question like sparkling, cold, hot, it comes because you're paying. And you're not paying like little money, you're paying quite good money for water.
So in the restaurant, do you have to pay for the water? Depends.
You can ask like for a cup of water in Spain, but it's really weird to like if you ask, can you give me just like the tap water? People are gonna look like, oh, no.
I feel like also like depends on situation a little bit. So like if you go to cafe and you order like cappuccino and then you got a little bit thirsty, you can ask for like, can I have a glass of water? They will give it to you. It is going to be free, but because you purchased something already. But if you're just gonna come in and ask for that, they're gonna ask you to buy something first.
But usually, like in Austria, if you like want coffee, you get a glass of water like right away with the coffee.
In UK, I saw you saying
It's always free. If you ask for water, we always say tap water because otherwise they'll try and charge you. But that's just them being cheeky. So that's a good tip if you're going to the UK. Always ask for tap water. And it doesn't matter where you are, cafe, pub, restaurant, bar, wherever you are, tap water is legally free. If they try and charge you, say no. Because they are willingly breaking the law.
So from my experience, even if you ask for water, there's always like in the menu there's like water price. So they always will charge you for water. So you'll never get for free.
In Malaysia, we call it sky juice in the menu. Sky juice means water, like drinking water. Yeah, sky juice.
Cute.
Yeah.
I learned so many uncommon things that is very unique. At least I can practice everything that I saw today whenever I go to Europe.
There are a lot of like things that is not common to us, but common to like Europeans, and especially water. So I'm just like happy with the fact that tap water is drinkable, because it's quite uncommon here, because you might get some disease from drinking tap water. So
a good tip.
Yeah, happy with that. Usable.
Very interesting. We have a lot of similarities when it comes to.
We feel like more united.
We can complain about the same thing.
And it's completely different with Asia.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, today we shared some stuff that only Europeans understand.
If you guys like this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and also leave us a comment.
We will see you next time.
Bye!